From Nashville, Tennessee, Inside the Noise podcast with your host, Jenna Heidman. Here's Jenna.
3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie Kalp and Jenna Heidman with Inside the Noise. We are back this week with Austin Burke. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good. What's up, Jenna? Jenna, say something.
I just got
You're
back
here.
from Las Vegas. I was there for 14 days, and I
No
feel like
way.
I'm still like in a cloud. Like I'm still like sleeping, and I'm on the wrong time zone.
Well, let me ask. What happened in Vegas? Did it stay there or did it come back to Nashville?
Oh, it came back to Nashville. I heard so.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
14 days? That's a long time to be in Vegas.
That's a long
It was my
time.
first time in Vegas, and it was 14
Your first
days.
time. Why were you there so long?
I was there for the rodeo finals.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
10-day event. We were there for like 2 days of setup, 2 days of teardown.
Oh, my goodness.
But
I feel like after 2 days, I'd be like, I'm done. I've never been to Vegas, but drinking-wise,
about
I'd be like,
day
I'm
3,
done.
I was like, it's only day 3. But then
There's-
like day 7,
yeah.
I'm like, wow, feeling good.
There's
Wait.
no reason to be in Vegas that long
Yeah.
unless you're actually doing something like what you did. But I know from experience, like 3 days is
That's it?
plenty. I mean,
I mean, how many casinos and how many
I
like
took it
poker
easy.
tables and girls can you see and drinks can you drink?
I
And
took it easy. Like
gosh,
first few
that
nights
scares
in
me.
bed by 10.
Oh, yeah, I
that
saw
was
your
the-
Insta
That was
story.
the curfew, like 10 o'clock, we're good. Gotta go back upstairs.
oh, my goodness.
But yeah, well, we're gonna go right into make some noise, stop that noise. So it's like a good week, bad week.
Yeah. So you do like good week. What was
What was good? and
what was
then-
good and what was bad?
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, so good week. Finished up all my shows. So we finished up in New Mexico, and just had such a good year, you know. So it was good to end on a high, and you know, I got the best band in the world. Love them. Shout out to my band, man. They're just some of my best friends. And bad week. I mean, it's kind of a weird week in Nashville, as you guys know. Everybody's gone, and the town just shuts down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to
Fourth
still
quarter.
like make stuff happen and do things, and everyone's like, "Oh, we'll put it off till next year." I'm like, seriously?
We still have 3 weeks left of the year.
Yeah. So, but it's all good. It's it is what it is. It happens every year.
Yeah.
So you can.
I feel like
expect
it's less of a. I feel like less people have left sooner this year. Like usually it's like it stops with the first week in December.
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
But this week it's like there's still some people here, and they're
Right.
like, I mean, Christmas is literally next week, so
it's crazy.
like next Tuesday, Wednesday,
Tuesday?
this month flew by.
Yeah,
It did.
so fast. Okay, what's yours, Jenna?
Bad week. I got the cold that everyone else had in Las Vegas. Finally, my last day there.
'Kay.
I got sick.
I
and
moved over.
It's fine. Like it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
I stayed up all night that last night and got on my plane at 6 a.m.
That's the way to
Rallied
do
hard.
Yeah, you were looking rough.
it. Oh man.
Pun intended.
Oh man.
Good week is I'm now like totally into the rodeo.
Isn't it fun?
It's so fun.
I love the rodeo.
All the girls I met like actually rodeoed in college, or they still rodeo
Yeah.
now, and I was the only one that didn't.
Wow.
So I was asking like some dumb questions that I didn't know were dumb, but I learned so much, and like it's a cool like world,
And
It
you
really
guys
is.
can't see it at home, but she's actually wearing a rodeo shirt.
you know.
Yeah.
She's dedicated to
I'm
the brand.
dedicated. I'm a rodeo.
We like a good marketing campaign.
I learned how to sing in the rodeo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, that's where I learned how to sing. Yeah, my dad was back in the day. Remember VHS videos?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I was 2, and we went to the rodeo because my dad thought I'd like the horses and everything, and he filmed the whole thing on the VHS tape. And when I got home, I was like, Dad, I want to watch it. I want to see it. And so I ended up just watching the national anthem over and over and over, and that's how I learned how to sing. I learned all the words to the national anthem when I was 2.
Oh
And
wow.
my dad just started sending it out to people, videoed me singing, and it was like this 2-year-old knows the words to the national anthem.
Did you wear like a big cowboy hat when you did it?
Absolutely. I had a big cowboy
Yes.
hat. Yeah. I actually got sponsored by Wrangler when I was really little, so
You know, okay, so while I was there,
That's all she dreams and hopes for.
that's all I'm dreaming and hoping for right now. But I worked for a different company. They're great, but I sold their product at Boot Barn.
yeah.
So like I worked Cowboy Christmas,
Yeah.
and the Wrangler people were so nice.
Oh, they're the best.
They gave me free jeans.
Wow.
They told me to apply for a full-time job with them, and then we talked about they do like Wrangler TV at Acme every like once a month, and they do other things for CMA Fest. But that's my hopes and dreams right now, is to be sponsored by Wrangler.
That's
I left with like
I just got a little, not a
Ton of
full
Wrangler.
sponsorship, but I got a little one. So
Yeah.
I'm actually wearing all Wrangler right now.
Ooh.
Except
Hashtag
for-
ad, hashtag spot.
Except for this shirt. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's nice.
I love Wrangler, man. And there's stuff people think like, oh, it's rodeo, it's country, but they have a new line.
I was gonna say I would
called the
never think
retro.
that was.
Yeah, the retro line.
That's what I got.
And it's all just like the best stuff, man. So
I got my Wrangler retros. They sell my Urban Outfitters. That's what I kept telling them.
Do
I
they
said,
really?
Oh, cool.
I said, y'all, I see your stuff at Urban Outfitters.
oh man, they're
like,
selling
oh,
out.
this city
They're
girl.
selling out.
This city girl.
Like, the boot barn.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, my high obviously was a puppy,
Mm-hmm.
and my Christmas party was really good.
Oh,
It was
I'm
really,
sad.
That was fun.
it was
man.
really well
Oh,
done.
yeah,
Austin
too.
showed up, and I was like, yeah. Everybody
That's
was there,
cool.
but you, Jenna. It's fine. I know where your love lies. It's fine. I get it. You had other things to do.
Cowboys.
Yeah, with the Cowboys. And like I said, I'm really lame because I have a really lame. I mean, a lot of people think it's lame, my perspective on life, but I feel like that everything happens for a reason. So I don't feel like anything's ever bad. Jenna's literally looking at me like I hate you.
She's like, I have nothing bad.
I don't. Like, what? Life could not be
Did you,
better.
like, stub your toe?
No.
Did you, like...
I mean,
How much pee are you picking up with your puppy? How
not a
about
lot.
that?
He doesn't pee in the house.
Oh come on.
He does not.
Austin's
I
a
have
dad
pee
dog.
pads.
Oh man.
Okay,
I'm
pee
jealous.
pads. Did you
no,
do pee?
I don't do pee
Oh,
pads.
see, I
don't
have
do
a pee pad,
pads.
and he already knew how to go on them.
That's
So I
ridiculous,
have like
man.
2 in the kitchen, and he goes when he needs to go, or he cries to go out. He already knows. He's only 3 months,
That's
Aw.
awesome.
and I was like, wow, okay, you are perfect, the perfect dog. It's so crazy.
Jeez. Well, mine's 9 weeks, so maybe that's
Yeah.
Maybe I got a little time.
You're getting it. So I already got past all that. I feel
Jeez.
like he's just teething now, which is the only. I mean, that could be a bad thing, but like it's not horrible.
You're gonna
Like-
you're gonna miss it one day.
Him
Yeah.
teething? No, I'm fine with
The
that.
puppy
Their little
breath.
teeth hurt, man. They're like little daggers.
Look at him. He's like, I'm so cute until I bite you in the face. Just wait for it.
Oh yeah. This guy's- if you guys haven't seen, this dog is seriously the cutest dog, and he's gonna be giant. He's gonna be the biggest, like Clifford, man. He's gonna be like Clifford.
I know he'll be the Clifford, the big brown dog.
Yeah.
He's a Newfoundland Terrier mix with a Labrador, and they told me he's gonna be like 120, 140 pounds, which is perfect. So I have the perfect house and backyard for it.
Yeah.
And I'm a certified vet assistant. So if you ever
Jeez.
have any questions, I got you. And he's just the best. He's literally me and a dog, like it's
Yeah.
but a male, obviously.
Are you saying you're the best?
Basically,
I mean, I was thinking more of the characteristics that he's like really photogenic. He's like he loves people. He loves people. He's just like me. He's
That's
just chill. He hangs out. He likes being touched, but not for too long. See, not for too long.
Not for too long.
And yeah, he's just like he hangs out. He's great.
That's
And he
very
pees when he gets excited a little bit. It's fine.
Well, let me just say, what you guys are doing is really cool. And my girlfriend Lexi did a video for you guys, and
Mhm.
she's like, "Hey, you got to check out this podcast. It's so cool." And I think there's so many interesting stories. And Ava, who I wrote Slower with, was
Mhm.
on,
Yeah.
and since you guys did that one, I've been listening, and I think I know everybody that you've had on, and it's just so cool because you're talking to the people that are gonna be the next Luke Bryan and the next big thing, the next big Garth Brooks, maybe, you know what I mean, or Carrie Underwood. And that's, I think, what is really cool about Nashville is you guys are really embodying what this town's about, and it's just one big family. And so I want to just commemorate you guys for going out there and really getting everybody together and telling their stories, the people that nobody gets a chance to hear their stories. So
Mhm.
it's really
And we
cool.
have the next big Austin Burke here.
Yeah.
I mean, literally your singles. I mean, I've been listening to you for, I feel like, years now because of Dean, obviously. That's how I first was introduced to you. Dean is his bass player.
Dean is, well, before we segue from that, let's just talk about Dean for 1 second.
Yeah, he's incredible.
This guy never asks for any
Mhm.
attention on himself and is one of the most selfless people I know.
Yep.
Like, gives me chills, man. I'm about to tear up. I love this dude so much. There's
like
not
a-
a person in Nashville that hates this guy,
Mhm.
and he works his tail off. He's going back home, back to Connecticut to see his family. He finally saved up enough money to do that on his own, and I'm so proud of this guy, man. He's the bass player I needed and wanted from day one, and
Yep.
and he is just such a good dude.
Yeah,
So-
he's, like I said, like one of the first people I met in Nashville. And like you just met Dean today, but
I
you'll
met him there.
trust me, you'll see him around.
Oh,
he's
he is.
he's the male me.
He's
Like,
God.
he's
Are
everywhere.
you saying you're amazing
Yeah.
again?
No, I was just saying that he's.
Again,
It's funny because
again.
whenever we go out together, everybody always says, "Oh gosh, Katie and Dean are here." That means all of Nashville's here, like officially,
No, it's
because
really true because
we cover
everybody
half of
kinda
it.
knows you guys, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
and
Everybody-
we've grown up together in Nashville. I mean, we
Yeah.
both moved here around the same time, and we both we had the same group of friends that we always hang out with, we always go back to. So it's like,
So cool.
it's just really cool to see. And like, I always believe that good people get what they're supposed to get. And like,
he's
you-
one of the good ones.
yeah, he's so
He
good.
is.
He's so amazing.
And he's talented as hell too.
Oh yeah.
Well, enough about Dean.
Not back to
No,
you,
no.
Austin.
Austin.
Austin's like, okay, talk about me now,
I'm
please.
kidding. But what were we even talking about? I don't know. I segued off Dean.
I don't know. I was just
Um,
saying. Oh, your singles.
Yeah. No, it's
Millions and millions and millions of screams.
Screams.
Screams. Yeah, screams at crowds and
screams turn into screams.
yeah,
That could be a
that's
song.
it. There you go. But yeah.
No, it's been crazy. And I heard your story. You worked at Goodwill.
Yes, sir.
If anybody didn't know that. Well, I moved here when I was 19. I'm 25 now. And I worked at the Palm Restaurant, which is right across from Bridgestone. So I'll give you like the quick, synopsis of my Nashville experience. I lived with a 65-year-old couple,
Oh wow.
Miss Ray and Alf, and
man.
and they let me live in their upstairs bedroom. And I moved to town with $650, and that was just enough to pay rent. Like that's how much my rent was, and that's all I had in my pocket. I didn't have a job. I didn't have anything. Didn't even have enough to get more gas if I needed to. So
Right.
luckily she got me a job at the Palm right away. Didn't have much experience at a restaurant, but kind of dove in. And basically for 4 years, that place was kind of like my college. It kind of was where I learned and grew as a person, as a man. And nobody wants to work at a restaurant. Let's be real.
Right.
I'm sure a lot of people listening to this right now might be working at a restaurant or coffee shop, and it's like, it's cool, it's good, but nobody really wants to end up there full time. It's just, there's something about working at a restaurant that was, for me, a very negative environment. And so I wanted to get out bad. But luckily, I just used that as fuel to get out, and I started meeting people. The Palm is sort of if you guys haven't been, it's like a hub for Nashville. Everybody who's anybody goes in there. CMA, the CMA Awards are right across the street. All the big events are across the street. So people will come in there and drink and then go over and have some food, go over to Bridgestone for Preds games or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I started meeting people like Vince Gill, John Marks, Stormy Warren, JR, Schumann, all these different people. I met Garth Brooks there. Like I've met, literally name anybody and I met him there. But I never told him I did music. I feel like that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about on here is like, I think a lot of people want to just sort of move to Nashville and like explode their music onto this town, and that they're a musician. But I think what's really important is that you sort of let the town get a feel for you,
Right.
Yeah.
and sort of use this family like we were talking about earlier to your advantage. And I don't know, I used my job that I hated to meet all these different people and became friends with them. I became friends with John Marks and JR, and then I became friends with Stormy and Vince and all these, but they still didn't know I did music. And so finally when I was ready and had been writing for years, I saved up enough money and recorded Sleeping Around and showed it to them, and sort of the rest followed.
Uptown, downtown, everybody's sleeping. I remember that song.
That too.
Woo, what a beggar.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you. Yeah,
no.
that was my first single.
I get what you're saying though about building the relationship first, because that's what
Yeah.
I did when I first. I've never, even people I meet today, like we never say. I don't even think you do really.
No.
Say like what we do. I always think that it's cooler if you get to know the person and you
Absolutely.
just genuinely love the person themselves, more than. It's a very, obviously the music industry is very connection based, and I feel like that's a big thing, and that's a very LA thing to be like, oh, I'm this and I have this many followers on Instagram or whatever. But it's really amazing that you took the time to build those relationships and organically do it, and it's obviously paying off because you waited for your perfect time to be like, hey, I know that I've perfected this, and now I need
Well,
your
I knew I
help.
wasn't ready to. Like when I got to Nashville, I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I got some work to do.
Yeah.
Really. I worked from 4 to 10 p.m., usually 11, but I would write, from 11 to 3 or 2, whatever, and so I was kind of working 2-a-days,
Mhm.
and doing singing lessons on the side and just trying my best to get better, because this town is so intimidating. Like
Yeah.
when I moved
Yeah.
here, I was like, oh, what am I doing? Like I should not be here. grew up on the West Coast. I'm from Arizona. Like, what is this Arizona dude doing in the South? You know, like, what is humidity? So,
I'm from Miami. I can't say
Yeah.
that.
So, anyways, I feel like, I didn't try to rush it, you know, and I think that the more you allow yourself to learn and grow from this town, there's so much to learn. And I'm still, man, I'm learning and trying to grow every day. I was just practicing my own songs. I told Dean earlier, I was just practicing my own songs because it's like, you know, this last year's been crazy. I haven't even had time to practice my own songs. So, like,
Well, yeah, you're on the road every
Yeah.
week. You did
Yeah.
radio tour. You
Yeah.
played so many shows this week. Your 2018 obviously has been a banger.
it's been awesome.
I guess banger's my new word. I just keep saying banger.
It's been a banger.
It's been a
It's been a
banger.
banger every year.
It's been a banger.
But yeah, you've paid your dues and
Thank you.
done everything. And do you believe Nashville's a 10-year town? Because that's what a lot of people say. So you've been here, what, 6 years now?
Yeah, I've been here like a little over 5. I think that it can be a 10-year town. I think it used to be a 10-year town for sure. But I think with the with the ability to record your own music and the ability to, you know, basically, I don't know, like I did. I just saved up enough money to get some studio musicians together and record a song,
Right.
you know, and put it out. With the ability to do that, you kind of, and social media now, it's like maybe it's 10 years, but I think you could do it quicker. And I think that I don't know. I don't know if it's a 10-year. I think social media has changed a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also
It's-
depends, I feel like, on how much effort you're putting into it. Like, obviously, like, you dedicated your life to it. A lot of people I feel like, move here and they get stuck in the kind of, I'm working here now and I'm just
Yeah.
paying bills
Right.
kind
Yep,
of thing.
Yeah.
And, like, you went and you did vocal lessons. You did all these
Yeah.
things that really shaped you as the artist you are today, which is absolutely incredible. And,
Thank
I mean,
you.
that's, if anybody's listening to this at home and they want to move to Nashville, like, take that from Austin
Thank
Berg.
you. Well, somebody once told me, they said, everybody that is in Nashville is the best from wherever they're from.
It's true.
And I was like, damn, they're so right. You know what I mean? So with that said, it's like, all right, well, how are you going to be the best in Nashville, or how are you going to be the best country artist, or whatever you want to be, you know, manager, social media guru, whatever you're going to be, how do you be the best at that? And so I think it's just learning and having an open ear and being, you know, coachable.
Right.
I've
Yeah.
never been the best. Like, I played baseball my whole life. I never was the best. I was like, my team, we won state when I was 9 and 10, so we were 10, and I was on the bench. I really was. I was on the bench. I never played, and I was one of the only people of that team that played in college, you know, but I never was the best. I just try to get better and better and better, and I think that, you know, as long as people move here with an open heart to that, like, I know you're the best where you're from, but, like, it's different here. It's, you know, Nashville's different. It's a different beast. So, sorry, puppy.
Sorry,
Puppy
off
being
podcast. There's a puppy growling at me, literally beast.
Oh man.
You're so vicious.
That's awesome.
Okay,
Oh.
you go.
Oh, do I have to?
Yes,
No.
you have to.
Okay.
Jenna, me and Austin are basically having a conversation. Let's
I'm
go.
just listening. I'm
Let's
not
go,
loud.
girl.
I feel like I'm like got the head cold.
Let's
from
go,
Las
girls.
Vegas.
You're
Uh,
good.
I'm just like
I-
roasting over here.
I just miss Jenna looking at me and
I took
giggling.
some
'cause-
Dayquil.
There you go.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. I'm like struggling.
Man.
Coming back. So Sunday night, yeah, I stayed up all night, and then I got back to Nashville, took a nap, went out to Whiskey Jam, stayed out all night again.
Mhm.
How was that, by the way? It looked packed. Was it?
I didn't make it in. I went to Losers.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, I saw you after at Losers. I was gonna say Mitchell Tenpenny played,
Yeah.
and Nate Frederick, who we had on the
Yeah.
podcast
Yeah.
last week or 2
Crazy.
weeks ago.
I know Nate very well.
Do
It's
you?
so weird. Yeah,
Love that guy.
I've known Nate for a long time. He actually grew up in the same hometown as my girlfriend, along with Andrew Manzardo, who actually produced his last song. But yeah, they're good guys, man. I love those dudes. I heard Nate play for the first time at the Listening Room, like, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. And
Mhm.
I was just blown away.
So
the
good.
Things
He's
that
so good.
things that dude does with the guitar and his voice are just, I mean, he's special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very special.
But Austin, I do want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I saw your post last year about like introducing your girlfriend to your
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah.
How did that change did it change your career, like your
Yeah.
fan base, or like how did it react?
So that was it's interesting. You know, I really blessed, like, she's such an amazing girl because like she's put up with so much stuff and allowed me to like find out who I am and allow my fans to find out who I am before I introduced her. And I really wanted that. And I know it sounds weird, but like I wanted my fans to know who I was first.
Right.
And then they could know like
The other
who
half
I
of you,
love.
basically.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And
Yeah.
and like, that's like family, her, you know, my friends, all that stuff. But I wanted them to first like my music, and then I wanted them to then like me. And then I was like, all right, so now these things are going. Now it's time. And I don't know. It was just it was kind of a moment for me. You know, somebody I really look up to is Thomas Rhett. I think Thomas is
Yep.
one of the people that is just really setting a standard, a bar in this town, and with his personal life, his music, and just being a good human. You know, like he's one of the nicest people I know. And there was just a moment. I can't tell you when it was or what it was, but I'm glad you brought that up because for me it was like I wanted so bad to post about her, and I consciously didn't, and she knew that, and she knew that like I wasn't posting about her, and it caused conversations, and we had our, she's like, hey, you ever gonna post about me,
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it's hard.
As a girl, I can feel that, like,
absolutely.
why aren't you posting about it?
I mean, yeah, I've been in that situation, but at the same time, you have to also realize that it's a job.
Yeah,
As much as like it's your personal. I mean, a lot of artists have like what do they call them? Like the what is it? You have like the secondary Finsta.
Yeah.
I was like catfish. It's not
The
catfish.
only reason I know my little sister has one, and
A
it's
Finsta.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's a fake Instagram. So like your friends and family can follow you, but you can still
Yeah.
interact with your fans and stuff on your personal, on your like your broad one that's like your main account. And it's hard for girlfriends and stuff like that and significant others because you have to think about it too. You're being marketed. So like as much as like I think the times have changed now.
I think they've changed with, like you said, Thomas Rhett, and then like even like Flora Georgia Line, Dan and Shay, all of them were very open.
They
about
brought
their
it forward.
relationships. Yeah.
Well, and I think too, this dog is going nuts. Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. I think too, for me, I just wanted to be real, and it was honestly a mistake from the beginning. Like not talking about her and not sharing about her was a mistake, and I say all those things. I was like, I had this plan in my head. I was going to do this, and then my fans would love her and all stuff. And it was just a mistake. It really was. Right. I should have been open about her from the very beginning, because she is the reason that all these songs are doing well. Like she's the inspiration behind all these songs, and it's just not fair to do that. And so I think, it's something I regret a little bit, but thank God that she was cool with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she just let me kind of figure it out on my own. And look, since I've done it, and maybe there's some people listening that are like, man, should I talk about this?
Right.
And let me be clear about something. I've been with Lexi for 6 years. Like we've been on and off a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, but not really. We've been together for 6 years, and she's been with me through so much. My parents getting divorced. We've had deaths that we've had to deal with together, and there's been so many ups and downs in our relationship. And so we were together for a while before I was like, all right, we got to do this. But I'm so glad I did, because my fans have just completely embraced her, and they now understand when they're listening to the song, like, oh, that's who he's talking about. You know what I mean? It kind of just puts a different perspective on the song, so and the music. So it's cool. She's a part of my story, and there's no reason to ever hide that. All right, this is slower. There's never enough time in the day, and those hands on the clock don't take a break. Seems like I don't either these days. And that freeway, speedway, high-speed chase makes it hard to hit the brakes, but she knows how to make my heart race just a little slower. Take my time when I get to hold her. Heaven feels a little closer with her head right on my shoulder. Next to her, the fire burns and the world turns just a little slower. The more I know, the more I like. She gets finer like a bottle of wine. Feels so good and gets better with time. Oh, the highest highs, they never end. Don't know how she does it, but it's magic when she makes the sunset just a little slower. Take my time when I get to hold her. Heaven feels a little closer with her head right on my shoulder. Next to her, the fire burns and the world turns just a little slower. Oh, I know one day I'll look back on my life and look into her eyes and watch it all flash by and wish that we could do it one more time. Just a little slower. Oh, just a little slower. Take my time when I get to hold her. Yeah. Heaven feels a little closer with her head right on my shoulder. Next to her, the fire burns and the world turns just a little slower. Just a little slower. Oh, slower.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Full reaction.
All right.
It's the waking
You
up.
wanna do one more?
Yeah, you guys want to
Cool,
move on to
cool.
the next one?
All right. So this next one is Whole Lot in Love.
I'm here.
And by the way, shout out to Dean who
Oh, thanks.
has a right but came in just to jam with us. Dean Purificato, if you are listening to this podcast, you definitely know him. So
Ah, shucks.
he's that famous.
Yeah, internet famous. Let's go.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm a little drunk tonight, trying to write this song. Trying to get it right, but it might turn out all wrong. How do you say the simplest thing? What you feel ain't simple at all. I'm a little in over my head, but I can't hold back no more. I'm a little bit scared to death, cause I ain't been here before. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure what the hell I'm supposed to do. But I'm a whole lot in love with you. Yeah, I'm a whole lot in love with you. Yeah, the words on this page all look like a mess. They all fall short of what I'm trying to confess. My heart is racing, it already knows what I haven't even told you yet. I'm a little in over my head, but I can't hold back no more. I'm a little bit scared to death, cause I ain't been here before. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure what the hell I'm supposed to do. But I'm a whole lot in love with you. Yeah, I'm a whole lot in love with you. Yeah. What if I say it and you just laugh? What if I say it and you say it back? I'm a little in over my head, but I can't hold back no more. I'm a little bit scared to death, cause I ain't been here before. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure what the hell I'm supposed to do. But I'm a whole lot in love with you. I'm a little in over my head, but I can't hold back no more. I'm a little bit scared to death, cause I ain't been here before. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure what the hell I'm supposed to do. But I'm a whole lot in love with you. Yeah, I'm a whole lot in love with you. Yeah, I'm a whole lot in love with you. I'm a whole lot in love, baby. I'm a whole lot in love with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sounds great.
All right, thank you, thank you.
Man.
All right.
Wow.
You're good, man. Thank
Perfect.
you,
All
brother.
right. This is great, guys. Dude, appreciate it.
Yeah, dude.
guys.
Thank you, Dean.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Go ride a smash.
Back to you, Jenna.
I lost my notes.
It's okay. I have a dog that's biting my fingers off as we speak, so it's
That
fine.
was my main point of talk today.
That was it.
That was
That was a great point, though. Like, that's something that's really important, I feel like, in the music industry. But like I said, like, it has changed in the last 4 years, I feel like. And, I mean, it's just being talked about more.
Yeah.
And it is smart. I mean, I feel like for artists listening at home, too, if you... I always believe in the fact that I share a lot of my life on Instagram and on social media and stuff, and that's a choice that I've made. And some artists don't do that, obviously, because they think that it's going to affect, like, their fan base or someone's not going to like them. But I'm like, if your music's good and it's good, it doesn't matter. I mean, you could be I'm sorry, but you could be the crappiest person ever. If your music's good, people are going to probably listen to it. Your music is phenomenal.
Thank you.
And the fact that you are sharing your girlfriend with the world and stuff like that, like I said,
It was it was vulnerable for me, and I think, and this is just me being real with you guys. Like I struggle with social media, and I struggle with allowing people in sometimes, and I'm good. Like if it's face to face, like that's my thing, and like after a show going out, I jump in the crowd every show and I meet all my fans that if they want to meet me, they will, I mean, I feel like I'm big on that. But for some reason, there's just been this sort of block that I haven't been able to, I've been working at, trying to get past it, but allowing people through this camera, through this phone, to see my life and see me. And some people are just naturally good at it. They're like, hey, I'm doing this. I'm getting coffee. I'm
That's
going.
Katie. She's
You know what I mean?
great
Like
at it. I'm not as good.
And Dean is the same way.
Yeah,
He's very
Dean's
good
great
at
at
that.
it.
But like, it's something I struggle at, and it's fine. I mean, I recognize it. I recognize what I struggle at. So
Right.
it's all good.
But it's part of the artistry too to learn that, because like I work with a lot of artists for social media and stuff, and like I have to teach them. Like I know it's really annoying because it is annoying that it's very like I feel like there has to be a little part of you that's a little bit not conceited, but like you're putting yourself out there constantly.
Yeah.
So
You have a certain confidence.
yeah,
about it.
confidence about it, and I feel like
And that's the thing. I feel bad posting about some of
Yeah.
these things. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Hey, I don't like to, hey, I'm at this meeting, or I'm doing this, or I got this email.
It's
or
kind of like
I
a
hit
look.
this many
Mhm.
streams. I don't know. I don't believe in that, and so it's like it's hard for me to do that. Luckily, I just signed with a new manager,
Mhm.
and luckily they have a team that really helps me with a lot of that.
Perfect.
So they're like posting away, and doing all that. But I like to respond to the comments on my Instagram,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I feel like that's something I'm decent at. But actually posting and it is bragging. In a,
It
in a
is,
way,
and
you
it's
know?
it's
And
such an because when I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have to like because people make fun of me. I go, hey guys, like all the time, and my friend goes, hey guys, like because that's like what I do. But it's like you're a vlogger, kind of like a YouTuber, and then you have to. It's just a different. I don't know. They follow you for a reason, but like at the same time, it's like I don't really want to tell you everything. But
Yeah.
I've just left that door open up at this
Just
point.
do
And
it.
mine is just always going. But
Yeah.
it's hard. I get it. Like
Yeah.
especially for an artist, I feel like artists they put a lot out there, but it's really hard to share a lot of that,
Yeah.
especially as personal as songs that you have and stuff
Well,
about
I've
you and
heard,
Lexi.
too, we won't name the artist, but like I've heard, around town and around, just touring the country. Oh, this person's a dick, or this person
Yeah.
is not nice, whatever. But I've met just about everybody, and all those people that people have said those types of things about, and really they're just shy. You know what I mean? They're just a little bit more reserved, and
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean it's cool. For me, if you meet me like at a show, whatever, outside in Nashville, I'm not shy. Like I love to have a conversation. I love talking, but for some reason on social media, it's just this weird
Yeah, it's harder.
thing.
It's another thing that you have to go through instead of
Yeah.
face to face. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I hate talking on the phone. I
guess
hate
I
it.
just gotta-
I hate talking on the phone.
Yeah.
I hate not being able to see someone's face and like see what
Do you
they're.
FaceTime a lot?
Yes.
Man, this girl was with all weekend when she's a big FaceTimer, so now like or the last 2 weeks all I've been doing is FaceTiming.
That's
Yeah.
And I
awesome.
hate it, but I'm like, hi.
Here we go.
You're like, hi. See, I'll FaceTime no matter what I'm wearing. Like I don't care. Like if my hair's up in a knot, I don't care. I'm just like whatever.
See, that's awesome.
It's better than
Yeah.
calling on the phone. I just can't stand. I can't stand not seeing someone's face and knowing, like, because I'm very sarcastic sometimes,
Yeah.
and like I'll say something and I'll be like, did that did that come through over the phone or and sometimes it does not.
Doesn't.
But if
Oh.
you see my face, you obviously I'm smiling half the time. Like it's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's
That's my life
fine.
motto. It's fine.
It's all good.
Everything's fine.
What else
You guys
got?
watch Breaking Bad by any chance?
Yes.
Okay, you know Saul Goodman.
Yeah.
Do you know it's Saul Good, man?
Wait, is it really?
Saul Good, man. That's what it is.
You've
That's
never
what his
seen
name is
Breaking
for.
Bad?
No, I haven't.
That's crazy.
Maybe I need to go watch
You need to go
it.
watch it.
Your mind's blown right now, isn't it?
That is. I didn't even imagine that.
Saul Good, man.
Is that like did they like
It's a
publicly say
thing, yeah.
that? It's a thing.
Apparently, they said that on his show. What is it called? I don't know. Saul Goodman has his own show now,
Mhm.
but they said that that's where it came from. Saul Goodman.
Oh
But
my
I
gosh.
was with a buddy, and I was like, he goes, Saul Good, man, and I was like, no
Saul
way!
Goodman.
Saul Goodman, Breaking Bad, let's go!
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Crazy.
What else you got?
Do you want to do off the record confessions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you always make me feel so awkward.
Well, you got the timeline. That's why I'm looking at you,
I
girl.
don't. I forgot my notes today.
Oh well, you
Hey,
have
we're
a past
freestyle.
timeline.
We're
Yeah.
freestyle. It's all
Freestyling.
good.
I should have it down by now. Yeah, off the record confessions. So you confess something weird, embarrassing,
Yeah,
maybe something that happened this last week.
got you.
Embarrassing.
Katie's been drinking
So,
a lot, so I'm sure there's something good
I
there.
actually, I asked, because, you guys said some things that we were going to talk about. And so I asked Lexi this morning, I was like, what's like maybe a food I don't like or something that is embarrassing about me? And she was like, oh, let me get started.
Yeah.
And
I
I
feel
was
like your
like,
significant
yes.
other would always know that.
But no, so I actually wrote these down because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget.
Prepared.
So I'm really bad with names, like really bad with names. Like it's bad because I'm on a radio tour right now,
Mhm.
and it's, you meet all these radio people at different cities, and it's like one big name jumbled in my head at this point, But I recognize faces really well, so I remember their face. I'll be like, hey, you.
Hey,
So
you.
I'm terrible with names, so if I forget your name, I apologize.
It's all good, man.
It's all good, man. And then, okay, this is what she said, but I don't know if it's true. She said that I don't like trying new things,
I feel like
which
that's
is
a normal
actually
thing.
it's really true.
Yeah.
But once I try something new and I like it, I'm like hooked. For example, have you guys had red curry from Thai food? Red curry.
I've never had Thai
I've never
food.
had Thai food
Okay.
either.
Okay, I tried it and I'm seriously hooked. Like Wrights, I'll Postmate it 4 days out of the week. I
Oh my
mean,
gosh.
This place is called Royal Thai. Shout out to Royal Thai, but I call it Roll Tide. It's
Roll
I don't know,
Tide.
hilarious. And the lady, you pick up the phone, she goes, Roll Tide. I was like, Roll Tide, baby. And it's amazing. Potbelly sandwiches, I'm hooked. I don't know. Once I try, I'm very like, if I like something, I'm all in. But it takes a little bit to
Get you there.
get there.
Yeah. I feel like I'm like that too, though.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I won't try. I'm like, I'm not trying that new. And then I'm like, holy crap, like sushi. Wow, this is amazing. Like, I didn't know what sushi was till like 2 years ago.
I ate something at some fancy steakhouse this week. It was like it's a raw hamburger. I don't know what they call it, but it's raw hamburger.
Isn't it like,
That doesn't sound.
and they serve it with
healthy.
like chips.
Oh,
well,
it's,
was it carpaccio?
Is that what it is?
Well, carpaccio is basically raw steak.
Maybe it's
So
something that's
that's
raw.
probably what it is.
I
And
feel like
you
that's
put it
what
on
you
like a
had.
little
Well,
a
they
little
had, like-
bread or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we made little mini raw cheeseburgers, what we called them. We were all drunk eating at this fancy steakhouse. We're like,
I don't care how drunk I am, I'm not eating raw burgers. That's not happening.
Sounds great.
Dang.
Okay, what are your confessions? These are our confessions.
So the first night I went out in Vegas, we stayed at the MGM.
Yeah.
I don't know what is up with these MGM hotel doors, but they don't shut.
Okay.
So, well, the first night I intentionally left my door open because my roommate, we were out drinking, and I went up first. I'm like, I gotta go to sleep. We gotta work tomorrow. And I'm like, I'll leave the door open for you. Thought she was behind. Nope. I went to bed at like 1. Homegirl comes in at 5 a.m. Door's still open, waiting for her.
Oh my gosh.
So later
Oh
on in
my
the week,
gosh.
like, not even like when we're drinking, just like I come home, like, to the hotel room. Usually the hotel room's like the door slam behind you.
Yeah.
The security guard knocked on our door at least 10 times saying, ma'am, just want to let you know your door is open.
Oh
I was like,
my
whoops.
gosh.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
sketchy. Why don't they fix that?
I don't know, but like the
Put
security
some weight on that door.
The security guard's on point though. He was at the door. Knock,
Yeah.
knock, knock.
Because he's like, oh, there's 2 cute girls in here. Let me
Obviously.
holla at them.
Awkwardly standing. Ma'am, your door's open. Oh,
And that hotel's nice too. I was
Yeah.
super
there.
nice. Yeah. It's nice. The rooms were nice. The doors
Weird.
just don't have any weight behind them to shut, so we just left it open a lot of the time on accident.
That's super weird.
Wow.
What's your embarrassing?
I I don't know because I embarrass myself every day. There's
Oh,
so
man.
much. I like live to embarrass
You ever
myself.
rip your pants?
Oh, good.
It's embarrassing.
I haven't
No,
twice this year,
I have
so-
never ripped my plant.
But I have
Plants.
another embarrassing. I don't know. You are familiar with the rodeo,
Yeah.
so
I'll think of mine while you
the
tell this.
first night we're sitting there and like we're all the girls we're all sitting there watching the rodeo and I'm like trying to get into it because all these girls have like fantasy rodeo leagues. They all know people who are
No
riding.
Wait, there's a rodeo league?
Yes.
What?
They're all like, they're all like in it, and I'm like, all right, first night watching the rodeo. So I'm sitting there, and it's like the horses, whatever. Like you
Yeah.
ride the horse, the like
Broncos.
Broncos. And I look at the girl. I said, "How do they train them to buck like that?" I'm like, "Are they bad horses?"
That is awesome.
She's like, "No, Jenna. They're not bad horses.
Just wild, man.
No, they like, I don't know the proper term for it.
Yeah, they.
They, like,
I don't know. I honestly don't
Put
know.
something around their junk and
Yep.
like."
Yep.
Mhm.
Cover your ears, child.
I didn't know this, and I was like, how do they
I
like?
think
teach
they do
these-
that for horse racing too.
They do it for the bulls and like the saddle bronc and whatever. They
Yeah.
like,
Oh wow.
and that's why they buck so hard because they're trying to like buck it off. But I was so like,
Buck off, man.
I was like,
Buck off.
I could just imagine you stand there and be
I was
like,
are they bad horses? And she's like,
no, it's just how they train them.
yeah, no, they just like tie.
Did you see anybody get hurt? I hate that. I've last time I was at a rodeo, someone got hurt bad, and I was like, "This sucks."
No,
man.
no one got hurt bad. But yeah.
Those dudes are tough.
There's gotta be something. Yeah, they
are.
just watch and I'm like, that looks horrible.
They're some of the toughest people ever, man. I don't know how they do that.
But-
You couldn't pay me to do that, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they make good money.
Oh yeah.
Like, damn, I wish I was riding.
I mean, I guess mine. I mean, I don't know. This is not a confession. I mean, I guess it's. Oh yeah, because I didn't tell anybody. I got sick for like the first time drinking like 2 days ago because I don't drink that much. Like when I go out, you see me out half
Yeah.
time. Like I never drink. I'm never under the influence
Did
because
Cotton hold your hair back?
no. He sat there and was just like, "Mom, what's happening?" He was so confused. But I'm like a clean when I get sick. Like nothing was like everything was
Yeah.
in the toilet. Like it's good. But I woke up the next day yesterday and I was literally the cliche hungover person and I had to wear I had 4 meetings and I had to wear glasses inside. And these girls like had just met me and I'm like, oh my gosh, they like this is the worst. Like I get anxiety about like what people think about me sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I'm like, they're gonna think I'm an alcoholic. This is why I don't drink. This is why you don't do this. And this is like the 3rd night that we had gone out drinking. And one of the people that I worked with had just gotten a number 1, so that's why we went out and we were celebrating and whatever. And I was just like, I shouldn't have done that. And we ended up on Broadway on Coyote Ugly's
I saw you.
bar.
Saw you on my Instagram story.
Jeez.
I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh wow, I hate my life. And then I like got sick later on the day, which I've never been that hungover. Like I've never been hungover. I like now know what it feels
No,
like and I
it's
never want to do
terrible.
it. Any smells or anything, I was like,
I
I'm
gotta
done.
say, when you wear glasses inside, don't you sort of wish that you always did?
Yes, because no one can see me
It's
judge,
the
like
weirdest thing
looking
ever, but,
around.
like, I remember back in the day, I was like, man, I just want to be famous so I can wear glasses inside. Like,
Yeah,
it is
nobody
so
says anything to you if you
badass.
are
It's
famous.
So badass. Like it is the best thing.
But
I
it's
don't know
like
why.
I
It's
feel
just-
like disconnected though from the person you're talking to. Because I
I
had
don't.
to
I think
like
you
sit
just-
there for an hour at meetings with these people, and I'm like,
yeah, I guess if you're in some meetings, I feel badass.
I like
though.
just said sorry. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like the light, I have a light sensitivity
Yeah,
issue.
I just got LASIK.
Everybody in LA wears glasses everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
In the movies, whatever. They're
In the movies.
they're wearing, yeah, but it's, I don't know. I don't think I could, I'm the same as you. I feel self-conscious wearing them because I
Yeah.
feel like just a tool.
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
So I can't do it, but it's like it's a weird fantasy of mine. So actually every Halloween, I always pick something that wears
Glasses?
Yeah, like, what was I? I was,
You probably like John
or I'll
Travolta
just
from
be,
Grease
I'll be
one
like
day.
random things and wear glasses with it. Like this
Reindeer
year
with
I was-
glasses.
Yeah, this year I was Leo from Wolf of Wall Street,
hmm
and he didn't really wear glasses that much.
Yeah,
I
but you
just
can get
put
away
them
with
on.
it.
You know what I mean? I wore glasses, and then the year before that I was Hugh Hefner. He doesn't really wear glasses. I wore glasses.
Yeah.
That's just my thing.
Well, they're not gonna be. You should just be like whatever you are with glasses.
glasses.
That's the identification
Seriously.
of it.
It's so fun. I love it. That's the one day of the year I get to do it.
So yeah, I can't get myself to like. I barely wear glasses as it is, like out in the sun
Yeah.
and stuff. But like, I just like felt like such a tool. I was like,
I don't know.
I'm so sorry. And I had to tell them because like halfway through my last meeting, I was like, don't throw up, don't do it. This is going to be the most embarrassing moment of your life. Don't do it. I literally sat there and I like kumbaya'd myself and I was like, you're good. Woosah, woosah. And then I was like, I have to cancel the last meeting. I'm so sorry. Like I all of a sudden just got really sick. And I told her, I was like, I'm straight up about everything. Like I was like, I went out drinking last night. I'm going to tell you straight. I'm not going to lie. We're in Nashville. Like it's a thing. Okay. I was celebrating too hard and I don't normally do this. And I feel so bad because I like canceled on her like 30 minutes before the meeting.
Ooh.
But I had just gotten sick. Like I literally was sitting there in my last meeting and I was like, you can't do the next one.
Nope.
And I went home, passed out, woke up 3 hours later and was fine. I was like,
Need some sleep.
yeah, I had like a bad headache. What?
Oh man.
It was bad. Mm-hmm. You go for it.
It's your turn.
What do you want me to say? Jenna Heidemann.
I don't know.
Well, and also we had our very first ever Inside the Noise night at the Listening Room. We had Jay Hartley, Eric Van Houten, Stephen Carey, and Jared Gregg.
Jared Gregg. I
And
wasn't there.
Inside,
I was in Vegas.
Artist Noise sponsored it.
I missed it.
Own event. It's okay.
I was
I
trying to put
hosted.
it on. I tried to get posters and my card got denied.
Yeah.
It got
Oh,
flagged
that's why.
Because I was in Vegas and Nashville.
I went- She told me to
go.
go pick up the poster at the Office Depot. I got there and the guy's like, we don't have them. And I was like, well, I have a confirmation. And it was like 30 minutes before the event. I was
But I
like,
had like
yeah.
ordered them like the night before Vegas time at like 1 a.m. and then like it was
because
just,
of the different states, it got flagged.
yeah, because I
Yeah.
was using my debit card in Vegas and then I tried to use it in
They're like, you
Nashville.
got stolen.
It's like
I hate that.
But yeah, that was a great thing. And I think Listening Room's going to have us back again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Austin, we would love to have you
Put you on the
one.
spot.
Yeah, put you on the spot. We'll have our people call your people.
Yeah, if I'm
Yeah.
here,
'Cause
I'll
now you
do
got
it. That's
peeps.
my thing. Like, I'm doing the show tonight. Belcourt Taps is actually the first place that I ever played,
Mhm.
and so I've always made it a thing to where if the opportunity arises, I'll play there. You know what I mean? No matter what, no matter how
Yeah.
big I get, I want to always I want to keep that. You
Right.
know? And so I'm playing there. Somebody backed out. I saw that they had probably gone out of town or something like that, and Dean was playing, and I'm like, dude, I'll play. I'll fill in. And so they put me on, and it's gonna be fun. It'll be a fun event, and I don't know. There's something about playing out in Nashville and just getting all the peeps together. It's fun.
Well, yeah, and I saw you. Dean actually played around like in the beginning of or halfway through the year or something, like May or June, and you popped up, and that place was packed. That like there was like standing room only. It was crazy at Belcourt, and it was like Dean doing like all these cover songs, and he did a couple of the songs that he had, and it was just like a whole jam night. Everybody
Yeah.
was getting up and hanging out, and it was great. So if you're not doing anything, 10 p.m. tonight, you should come.
It'll be fun if you
Ooh,
if
need
you
a
get
nap.
some rest. Yeah.
I don't need a nap.
No, you're good.
I haven't recovered.
Man, I like I said, I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, so Vegas is very close, and I never got the chance. For my 21st birthday, my dad took me. That was like our thing.
Yeah.
So, but it's always crazy.
I didn't even
I mean,
do any. Like I didn't go to Fremont. I didn't really go to the Strip.
yeah.
Basically, just lived at the MGM. I felt like like Sweet Life is Zach and Cody.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Like,
yeah.
that's what I felt like.
Eloise at the
I don't know
plaza.
if it's true, but this is the rumor, and it makes sense. Apparently, they pump a lot of oxygen into the casinos so that you basically don't sleep much. You
Yeah.
don't need to. You're kind of your body's like over oxygenated.
Yeah, I don't know.
And this
what
might
they
be
do.
I might be so wrong on this. This is just something I've heard, and
And they
I
don't
mean,
want you in your room.
Yeah.
They charge you $25 to unlock the mini fridge. I was here
Gosh.
for 2 weeks and no mini fridge. We put beer in the sink and like iced it down. And we're like, we can't afford the $25
I would just go to
charge.
I would go to like Walmart or Kroger and buy myself like one of those little ones, put ice in it,
We thought about buying a fridge and then a coffee pot because we had no coffee pot in our room either.
like a whole fridge.
Like a little mini fridge.
Uh,
It would-
It just paid $25 to open
I'm
it at
going
that
to
point.
Vegas so much this next year. I'm nervous, man.
Oh, man.
Oh man. I'm a best man for my cousin's wedding, so we're doing that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And I'm playing out there in April. Hopefully, I love playing. Vegas is just it's my.
Have you ever seen any of the shows or anything in Vegas?
Haven't really, no. I never really got into any of those shows, but I mean, it's ridiculous. If
Yeah.
you want to do something in Vegas, you can. Like
Yeah.
literally anything.
Yeah.
We threw a
It's-
party at Losers in Vegas when Ian Munsick, he's been on the podcast, he played there. And it was crazy because I didn't think people would know the name because, like, he's newer.
Yeah.
But I told the girls, they're like, oh my gosh, we love him.
Wow.
And I was like, Well, hot damn.
We have to think of Vegas is kind of like Nashville. It's a small town. Like
Yeah.
it's a strip
And
of like that's it.
Yeah.
Last time I was in Vegas, everything crazy happens when I'm there. Last time I was in Vegas, I was there for the 1 year of the shooting. It was a benefit concert at Stoney's, and we went out after. It was pretty sad, so we're like, well, shit, this was really sad. Let's go out and have a couple drinks. Well, DJ Silver,
Yeah.
He was there all week too.
So
at
okay,
MGM.
so Silver invites me and my family and a couple of friends out to. He's DJing. I think it was at MGM. Well, sure enough, Brett Young is there, and I've known Brett for a long time. Since I moved here in October. He moved it here in like January. He was having his bachelor party at MGM or whatever. And so we then go and we're drinking with Brett, and he actually wasn't drinking, which is crazy. He was like sober for his bachelor party. We're drinking with him, and the next thing I know, we're taking a limo all over the place, all over the strip, and ended up back at MGM at like 4 a.m, and we were all just gone. I mean, except for Brett. He's like, I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys
Yeah,
have
he's like,
fun.
"Bye,
So I'm
guys."
out with like the rest of his bachelor party. It was ridiculous. Seriously, I don't even remember half of it. It's
Yeah.
nuts.
I don't know. Half of Nashville was there. Like,
Oh, we went to Losers. That's what I was gonna say.
I mean,
we went to Losers
Losers
and
is the
played.
jam there. I have like bartender friends there because I was there so much these last 2
Yeah,
weeks.
Dean was with me. We played just the most drunk version of "Whole Lot in Love" you've ever heard in your life. At like 2 in
Is
the
there a
morning.
video somewhere of that?
I think
hope
I'm
so.
sure my dad has it.
We
yeah.
gotta find that.
Yeah.
Find that version.
Crazy.
Oh, man.
Okay, cool. You got anything else for us to wrap up?
Nope.
All right, well, Austin, thank you so much for hanging
Thank
out
you
with
guys. This
us.
is awesome.
Thank you.
You guys are great.
New music coming out
Yeah,
2019.
Yeah,
lot of them?
Lots of new stuff. We'll talk about next time.
Cool.
So.
Yep.
Awesome. So that means you're gonna come back on, which means we didn't scare him. It's
Let's do
great.
it.
Where can everyone follow you at?
Just Austin Burke Music, Instagram, Austin Burke on Facebook, and Austin P Burke, which is my middle initial is Patrick. My middle name is Patrick. Austin P Burke on Twitter. So
Cool.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I'm Katie Kalp,
I'm Jenna Heidemann.
and this is Inside the Noise. Thank you guys for listening.
Whoop, whoop.
And we're out.
Heck yeah! Thank
Oh
you,
man.
guys.
Thank you.
I don't want to hug you. I don't want to get sick.
I know.